Hi everybody, my name is Kendra and this is my channel, Kendra Full of Joy. I welcome you all and I welcome you especially to my mess. This is my ever-present mess lately. It always looks like this here. I always envy people when I see you doing your craft or you're creating and you've got a completely cleared off desk and all of the room that you need and all of the supplies that you need at hand. I've got two different rolling carts to put this stuff, and they're full. So some of it kind of floats. All right, I have an open collab today. Well, I have several. It's not my open collab. I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite open collabs. Now, if I show you a collab here today, it's going to mean that it is open. And open means if you see it, you are welcome to join it. I don't share private collabs because they're private, obviously, because, they are set up by a group of people, whatever amount of people they want, and they do things and then they show that just in their circle. You know what I mean? So here we go. I'll start with Sunday. I hope you're having a really good day. It's Monday. I'm going to start with Sunday, first day of the week, and this is one of my favorite collabs, though I don't get to all of these every single week, by the way. I'm going to show you Sunday through Saturday, and then one monthly. Okay, on Sundays, hashtag dog coloring collab at Jamie's Life and Coloring. Again, open collab. You're free to join it. You'll have to get the particulars from him, but my understanding is that you just get a picture of a dog or draw a picture of a dog and color it. And sometimes it has been where he's added something to that week, like use the color pink or whatever. And so this is a fun one, and I would encourage you to meet Jamie and get in on the collab. I still have paint under my nails. I just need to go ahead and cut them as short as I can because I have been under there with a nail brush, hard soap, a toothpick, nothing's coming off. Well, I have gotten most of the purple from when I did stamping yesterday. Anyway, that's my first one. And then here, this is a Monday collab. So today, one of them is upload on Mondays, and it is Plan With Me Monday 25. You can tell I've been doing it since 24. Plan With Me Monday 25 at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. If you've never done a collab before, they want you to put these two items in either your description or even your title. The hashtag lets you know who started it, who owns it, who runs it, however you want to say that. And the at lets you, or how to name it, and this one lets you know who actually owns it. And her name is Maniac, spelled like Maine, like the state where she lives, and then Maniac, like, woo! And Grammy, because she's a Grammy and she lives on a homestead. She got it all in there. Maniac Grammy's Homestead. Open collaboration, all are welcome. So she just wants you to know, what are you doing on Monday? With your plans for that day or that week or that month. So you could plan out your meals for the week, your chores for the day, your vacation that's coming up. Let's see, if you teach homeschool, then you could show your lesson plan for the semester or day or week. You can do anything at all that you plan. Sometimes I plan, the silliest things, but grocery hauls are also plans. If you plan to go to the farmer's market and what exactly are you looking for, that kind of thing. So remember, Mondays. You can always screenshot these things and then you'll have it at your fingertips on the days of the week. So next one is a Tuesday. Love this one. Hashtag Tea Tuesday at Life with Patty 9531 and at Kathy's Favorite Things. Open collaboration, everyone's invited. This started out where you were to have a cup of tea and discuss what you were doing. And then it was, you don't have to have tea. You could drink coffee, water, milk, juice. You get the picture. You want to tell everybody what you're doing on Tea Tuesday. Let's flip this over because I I didn't want to use this just for this because it's too hard for everybody to understand. The writing is too small. But I wrote here, what are you doing today? Organizing, baking, exercising, art projects. Have a drink of your choice and share your activity. So that's it for #Tuesday. Also, if you know of a collab and I don't get it here in my list, I love collabs. It's like my favorite thing. I love a prompt, I guess. And these are prompts for your day as pertaining to YouTube. Let me know. You know, put it in the description below, and I would love to get in on it if it's something that I do. You know, like if you say you know of a knitting collab, that's fine and great for people who knit, but I don't. You know what I mean? But if you have somebody who's going to be doing something else that I do, I would love it. And somebody else is going to love seeing the knitting collab. I hope everybody gets in on at least one of these and shares one that you know of. All right, #What's Up Wednesday at Tiho Creates. Now, Lucia, just this word here, Lucia is really sweet, and I've been doing her collab a long time. So what did I write here? I wrote, What's Up Wednesday at Tiho Creates, and fun, crafts, shopping, cleaning, prepping, etc. Are you a prepper? Do you have a big pantry? Do you have a small pantry? What are you doing on Wednesday? Anything at all. Now, Thursdays are busy for me because I like to do at least one, at least two. #Thursday Booktube at My Mountain Home and Kitchen and at Life with Patty. This is co-hosted, two ladies co-host. What it means when you co-host is you take turns, you think of how to do it, you share it together, you shout out people that did it together, and that is the definition of co-hosting to me. You post on Thursdays, and you tag both hosts by just putting this in your description or your title. #Thursday Booktube at both their names, and you post it. Okay, so what they mean by this word booktube is you can get a magazine, a novel, any kind. I wrote Thursday on the back. There's too much fun to get packed into this. Okay, so you could get a magazine, a cookbook, a novel, a mystery. You could organize your bookshelf. You could go to a bookstore. Anything at all. You could bind books. You could write a book. It's just to do with books, and so many of us love to read, so that was a good one, and I enjoy it every week. This Thursday one is #Deck the Year at Penny's Crafty Creations. So it's every Thursday, and I've had to do it on other days because I've gotten busy, and I feel bad about that when it happens, but I always, I'm trying to get back to just doing it on Thursdays. I got a little excited in the beginning. I'm calming down now. I don't have one to show you, but #Deck the Year at Penny's Crafty Creations means you're going to make an ATC. An ATC is an artist trading card. Hold on. You can do an artist trading card with little to no supplies, really. I got this deck of cards with this is just a piece of it, probably 4 or 5 years ago, maybe more. And I've used it and used it and used it. Now I have a new deck of cards. So I'm using this shape of card. You can use this shape of card, or you can use an index card, or you can use a times card. Apparently, I don't know what a times card is. Anyway, the deal is you take your card, your playing card, if you're using that, and you cut it to the shape of the playing card so that it's, I think it's 2.5 by 3.5, I believe. And you decorate it. So you might cut out this. This is part of a greeting card. Or you might put down some gift wrap paper or some construction paper or some scrapbook paper, and you just decorate the heck out of it. You flip it over, and then you write if you want. Because people trade these back and forth. You can write your, email me for a dress, or tag me on Facebook or wherever you happen to be. Obviously, YouTube would be good. And you guys trade these back and forth. I just heard today that somebody mailed 4 ATCs, and it costs her $5 and something. So I'm wondering if people are going to continue to trade these. You can also stick these into, what are they called? Oh, goodness. They're envelopes to hold playing cards or sports cards, letters, card letters, something like that. Anyway, it's clear as mud. These are fun to create. I create them by seasons, by feelings. I have them for all the holidays. Yes, I do. Okay, here's Friday hauls. We're coming up to the end, toward the weekend. Hashtag Friday hauls at Life with Lois 7262. Another really sweet friend. I just love her. Golly, was I showing the wrong card? This was for the Deck the Year at Penny's Crafty Creations. Always go to their channel and make sure that you're doing it right, too. Okay, hashtag Friday Hauls at Life with Lois 7262. So her idea for this is to, on Fridays, upload some haul that you had. And I had, oh my goodness, I had so many different ideas for hauls. Where are they all? They are Friday hauls, Life with Lois 72. Got a haul? Show it. It could be from Amazon, the grocery store, Target, Costco, Sam's, Walmart, Farmer's Market, the feed store, when you get your chicks, you know, all that kind of stuff. So this is a good one, and I participated in this pretty much every week because I loves me some shopping. All right, this is Saturday, so we're to the weekend. Mix it up in the kitchen. All one word, hashtag mix it up in the kitchen at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. You upload on Saturdays. So her idea is anything you're doing in the kitchen. Are you organizing cookbooks? Are you cleaning out a drawer? Are you organizing your freezer and taking, a tab of what you have and what you need? Are you baking a cake, planning a meal, hosting a breakfast? Whatever it is you're doing, show it to us and tell us about it. It's fun to see what everybody else is up to. Here is my next Saturday. She's a sweetie. Upload on Saturdays. Hashtag Play Saturday at Patricia's Dolly Dreams. So this is for dolls. If you happen to have, and if you don't, and you have a little kid that has some, grab it. If you have dolls, I have a couple of dolls. One is a collector doll from the 1960s, Thumbelina, and the other is a sort of like a reborn kind of, but not the silicone. She's just a reproduction of that. So anyway, Playday Saturday. You get together and you talk about what you're doing with your dolls, and everybody else does in this collab, and Patricia is so precious. You would love her. So hashtag Playday Saturday at Patricia's Dolly Dreams in the title or the description. In addition, there's another one here. Hashtag New Doll Clothes at JDolls UK. I am not 110% certain this is just Saturdays. So if you did it on Saturdays, it wouldn't be a problem. But if you got new clothes for your dolly, you could put this up on Saturday. I do have new clothes for my dolly. She has a new Easter sleeper. Right now, she's still in her Valentine's sleeper. I'm such a bad mother. Okay, I'm not a bad mother. Here's a monthly one, and this is done by co-hosted. They take turns saying what's going to be the theme for each month. It's hashtag Come Collage with Us, hosted by at Alma Ticer 3737 and at Maniac Grammy's Homestead, and it's every month. I can't remember this month's. Was it green? I think it was green for March, and I don't remember April. Anyway, maybe it was butterflies. I don't know. Sorry about that. You'll have to go to their hashtag Come Collage with Us. And don't put this part in, but just go at Alma Ticer 3737 and at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. Brenda, she's from Maine, so when she says her name, it doesn't come out Brenda like an Okie, like me. She says Brender, which I always giggle and I think it's endearing. Anyway, just like when I lived in Oklahoma and I moved to California for a little while, and people would like, what did you say? So we were walking, like several girls. We were all walking down the sidewalk together, like 4 or 5 of us. And I said something about a baby. I said, And it was fresh out of Oklahoma. And I said, she could have a baby. And everybody stopped. I kept walking. And I could see that they stopped behind me because their shadows quit moving. It was sunny and I was looking at our shadows. Anyway, then I moved to Nashua, New Hampshire, and I was in the office registering. And this one girl that was in there for whatever reason looked at another girl that was in there for whatever reason. And she said, are you going to potty this weekend? And I snapped my head up and I was like, potty? I hope so. But it was party. And they were saying party, potty. The things that happen when you're a kid and you move around a lot, you know, the different, it was fun. Totally off topic. Back to this. This is the last one I have. If you stuck with me this long, I hope that you will add a collab. I would love it. I don't want private collabs, only those open to everyone, because that just makes it more fun for everyone and more inclusive and blah, blah, blah. And whoops, that's right, drop all your cards, Kendra. And I've got to put these all back. Let me show you what I keep mine in on a good day. I keep mine in this. So this is I got it at Goodwill, I think. I didn't add that one because I hadn't done it. I'm trying to find one that's... Anyway, I've got monthly and yearly in here. And the yearly one is the one in May where we put food out next to our mailbox in a bag and it goes to the food bank. Does everybody have that in your community? Do you put food out for the food bank once a year and the mail people take it off? I just heard that we may be having the mail, like the U.S. mail, go away and it may all be private. How is that going to change things for us if it happens? You know, I don't think it will go down without a fight, and I don't know how I feel about it. My husband and I were sitting here, and he was saying this, and I'd say that, and we were kind of back and forth, pros and cons. And I said, yeah, but what if there's a private mail place, and they will deliver your mail to your mailbox or into the hole of your door, and your mail won't get stolen anymore because your mailbox is 60 yards away from your house down the highway. If you're rural like we are, ours isn't, but it could be. We're lucky enough that we're okay. Anyway, and he said, it's going to be more expensive. And I said, is it really going to be more expensive? What if it's like something Amazon does? And, you know, I couldn't even tell you. I just think that it might work. What do you think? That's a lot to chew on, I know. I'm going to let you go. I'm yabbering on too long. I've had quite a bit of coffee and tea. You can tell probably. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.